Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Let me give me 1 second to set my mic up, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay, and hopefully y'all can hear me better now. Okay, happy Thursday, everybody. Look, I am not feeling the best today, but I want to still come around here, okay, and do the live that I promised that I was going to do because that's the thing to do. Okay, I hope again everyone is having a great Thursday and everything. Let me know that y'all could hear me in the chat, please, and thank you. Because I don't know why my microphone did not first attach itself for me to be heard. For y'all, okay, good. Look, a lot of things were going on around here with the Housewives of Atlanta. At first, I was just going to do the reply in the situation between Kandi and Sheree. But I'm like, let me just address a couple things that happened on the show and make this a real Housewives of Atlanta chit and chat because I feel like it wasn't that much on the show besides the things we're gonna talk about today. Anyway, let me make sure that y'all know to do a couple of things. So make sure to follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG and also on Twitter. Y'all know to always subscribe to my channel. Become a whole JayBird, dot, and dot, okay? Because that's what I hope y'all gonna do. Because that is the thing to do, because it's the thing that I want y'all to do to see what I have going on around here. Okay, around here on JayLeesCorner. Okay. Do not forget to also like the video and also share the video and comment in the comment section. Y'all know this is a conversation between me and between y'all. And yes, I am here. Let me show my face. Okay. Look, okay, a lot to discuss, and I don't have no notes because I didn't think to take any notes because I was laying down or whatever. But yeah, hello to everyone. Y'all know the first 5 or so minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes, this is an introduction. Okay, say hello to everyone because it takes YouTube a few minutes to let folks know that I am live. Okay, but hey to everybody around here. Okay, hello everyone. Please remember to click the like button on your way in, okay? And chirp, chirp. Okay. Hey, y'all. Hey, everyone. Hi. Yep. Get some snacks together. Okay, get some snacks together. I'm surprised. I thought you were resting. I was resting yesterday. Yesterday, I did not put a video up because I posted how I've been doing. I have been doing videos every day since around May 20th. I think I put up like 40 videos between May 20th and the 7th. So I fully rested yesterday. Was not feeling the best last night and this morning. So I'm, getting my strength up and getting my strength up. But this will not be that long, so it's okay. Okay. But hi. Got your winter cherry frosty. Oh, well, that's nice. Hey, mom. But again, yep, thumbs up already. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hello. Okay. Did everyone watch Housewives of Atlanta to know the things going on around here in the chat? Okay. Because I'm like, if everybody going crazy, why is everybody shading everybody? I don't know why everyone is around here just being a little bit crazy. Okay, acting foolish. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know what for. Okay, yeah, she made it live. Hi. I'll probably be live tomorrow sometime too on my channel. Yeah, okay. Hey, Nay. Okay, my cousin. But again, hello to everyone. Okay, yes, I was boring, and I think that maybe why I wasn't, in the best of rushes to review the episode. I watched it last night just so I can come here today and talk to y'all about it. Because I hadn't even watched it yet. Okay. However, let's get into what we came here to get into. Okay. Let's see. I don't like the switch Sanya made towards. We're going to get into that too. You have not watched this episode 1. I will say this season isn't horrible. The season had been enjoyable for the most part. It's just this current episode, I was like, And I am very, 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 very pissed at Marlo, okay? But that the Marlo Kandi saga, okay, will be the last thing we talk about today and stuff, okay? And I wish I had the audio, honey, of Sanya on Kandi's speak on it, but because that's a YouTube thing, I try not to take YouTube stuff, and I thought I recorded it, but I did not, honey. So I'm upset with myself for forgetting which phone or which tablet I had the audio on to play for y'all, okay? And look, first up, let's get into, I think it was a Sheree. Yeah, Sheree and Tyrone. So on the current episode, okay, as far as Sheree goes, Sheree and all the ladies who are gone, they're going to New York for Kandi's play, and they kept asking Sheree about her and Tyrone, 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 Tyrone. And I was like, first of all, Sheree looks great sitting here, okay, in her little boots and her little fur or whatever. But the fact that she had been talking to Tyrone the whole time, chit chatting with him or whatever, and then all of a sudden, um, he stopped answering. And I feel like I don't know if I think that Sheree playing us and her and Tyrone is like in on this because Sheree not stupid. She's not dumb. Okay, I think she's very, very smart in my opinion. And I feel like Sheree know what it means if you are talking to someone all the time and then all of a sudden they stop answering your calls. They on some bullshit. So I do wonder, did Tyrone and Sheree come to us with the bullshit to trick all of us into thinking he was coming, but she knew the whole time he was not. Okay, sitting outside in the cold, drinking a cold drink. Okay, she was not dressed properly, and she sat there for 2 whole hours waiting on him. And this is a gotcha. I feel like why are they meeting up at restaurants? Why can't she go to that man's house? Who he live with? If he can't leave, he can't come here, he can't come there. If the only place he can go is home, why not go to his house? I'm wondering, because Sheree know he can't come out anywhere, he can't come to Atlanta, he's only in Philly or whatever. What's the plot and plan to get her on the show this season to have a fake storyline? I don't know. What I do know is I would have never sat outside in the cold somewhere by myself waiting on someone who's not answering my phone calls. That was the weird part for me. The fact that she kept calling and talking to him or whatever, and then all of a sudden he stopped answering, answering the day that they were supposed to meet up. And then when she waited all the time and then production came over saying, hey, his attorney on the phone, like it's some kind of parole violation or whatever, we don't know what's going on. I'm like, so how did the attorney get to y'all? Okay. But he couldn't call her back. He could not. And the fact that the phone rang busy to me meant that man played her. That man knew for a fact he wasn't coming. He was avoiding her calls because Tyrone never went back to jail. He was sitting at home eating croissants, okay, with somebody else. It's just weird to me, okay? He would have been every jailbird. He would have been every jailbird in the book. I thought he was in a halfway house. I don't think he was. I think at that point in time, he was home. He just couldn't go nowhere, okay? Yeah, he was already out the halfway house. Because they kept FaceTiming on the phone. So I'm like, he's somewhere. He's somewhere. That scene reminded me of Love at the lockup. Okay, I knew Tyrone wasn't coming considering he has. I don't know what the end part is supposed to be. Okay, I thought he was he isn't in the halfway house. But she said they always meet at restaurants. That's why would I always meet up with somebody at a restaurant? That ain't real time to me. We just keep meeting up to eat food. Like when are y'all actually gonna say? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. And I don't like he probably got a prison anklet. Either way it go, that lady drove there and he knew she was coming. If he was in a half house, a hallway house, a no way house, either way, there was no reason for him not to be answering her phone calls. That's the weird part, okay? She said she been with him smelling 20 times before, which is it's still crazy. I'm like, she was sitting, and then when she talked about how he called her the following day as if nothing happened, like, oh hey babe, not hey babe. First of all, your number would have been blocked. Okay, I have been calling you all the time. You stood me up, did not answer my calls, had your attorney's contact production and not even me, your number is blocked. Whole way blocked. Okay? Period, point blank blocked. Because you played me. You fully played me. But I also feel like Sheree played herself because, again, why you waiting on that man and he on bullshit? Because I'm like, is she calling? He not answering or whatever. Because we've seen him call her the day before. And there was FaceTime in the room or whatever. And then the girl, oh, you ain't coming, Tyrone? We want to meet you, Tyrone. So again, either way it go, that man played her and she played herself. And yeah, she is too old to be that desperate. And I won't even say desperate. I will say she's too old to be acting like she don't know what's going on. That's what it's too cold for. Because she knew, in my opinion, she knew. Because why we all of a sudden stop answering the calls? Period. Okay. Rumors say he wanted a Bravo check. He probably did, but again, Bravo don't pay the extras. Why would we pay you when you can't even come to where we film in Atlanta? You in Philly. Now, could Bravo have gave him like $2 to film one dinner scene with Sheree? They could have gave him $2. They could have given him $2, okay? However, sir, no one even knows you. We've only heard of Tyrone, but nobody even really knows who Tyrone is. Say like, oh yeah, let's hurry up and get a deal made so that we can see Tyrone. No one cares. No one cares about that. No one. Okay, that's not what anybody was caring to do about that. Okay, and when she was with her daughter, I just feel so dumb. I feel so embarrassed. I'm like, the only reason she was embarrassed is because the pictures of her being stood up was out on the net or whatever. And I almost feel like that was leaked to the press. Okay. But I was like, you wasn't embarrassed dating that man who was in Philly? You in Atlanta? Just saying. Look, I wouldn't. Once I was calling you on the way there and you wasn't answering, and then I got there and you wasn't answering, and I ordered my little drink and little food, and you ain't answer or you ain't calling me, I'm leaving. Because you have not reached out to me in any shape, way, or form to let me know that you're coming. You ain't here, I'm leaving. Now, had you showed up and I was gone, that's on you, sir. How long was I supposed to wait? It's over now. What were the things as I walked away? She sat there for like 2 hours. And that was crazy. I'm looking foolish. Just foolish. Okay. They should have gave him a little $100. He probably wanted a couple thousand. But I feel like you ain't worth that. You ain't worth. No one knows Tyrone. And I think Sheree banked on people wanting to see her date this man in prison. I think Sheree and Tyrone both were fully aware to each other it was not going to work out. Because Sheree was, it was like, it was a phone relationship. It was a phone relationship. They always talked on the phone, but they really wasn't like dating at all. And I was like, it's giving, I need a storyline. It's giving what else we have going on. It's giving, I tried, boss. I tried, okay? But anyway, I'm going to leave them be. Now she feel all sad and depressed or whatever because that man filled her up and she said it like a fool for 2 hours and still ain't got no dick. But that's on Sheree. Okay, that is on Sheree. Now, I want to get into Drew and Sanya Richards Ross, okay? Look, I told y'all before that I had watched her show, Sanya Richards Ross show on WeTV years ago when it was out. And I liked her and her family, her husband, her parents, her sister, and all these people. I liked the show back then. I was happy to know that the show was coming back around. Not the show, but she was coming back around on this show. Because I'm like, okay, she seemed cool. And for some reason, she getting on my nerves in this one episode, okay? Now, we know the whole thing between Drew and Sheree and the Messiah's assistant and this and that or whatever. We know all of that, okay? We know all of that. We also know that Drew sometimes be on bullshit. We also know that. What I do not like or understand is why Sanya seemingly now has an issue with Drew based on some shit going on between her and Sheree. And on Kandi speak on it, and I swear I wish I had the audio, but I don't know where I saved it to. And I was not about to watch a whole hour of it to find the place in line where it was. But Sanya was on speak on it with Kandi. And when Kandi asked about the whole situation between her and Drew on the show, we see Sanya have every chance to have a conversation with Drew herself, a one-on-one, and she chose not to. She waited until there was around all of the girls to bring up how, when I'm feeling somebody, I rock with them, but I don't know if I can rock with you because you do things that I don't, align with. And I'm like, what? And the fact that Drew's like, what are you talking about? Like, Drew was like, what? We was just upstairs together. Like, why are you now coming to do all this here? And I was like, Sanya, you going wrong road. And it's the wrong road, not because of who she coming at, but because the reason she's doing it and the way she did it. Again, Drew was like, we were just upstairs. Why didn't you bring it up then if it was an issue with me? And when it was this, assistants up there, was like, so what? So what? You are bringing it up now, and I'm confused on what's going on. And her having an issue with Drew's assistant, the messy dude Anthony, and the fact that Drew did not fire him, after realizing he was messy. Like, what does that have to do with you? Like, anything going on between Drew and Sheree and messy as Anthony really has nothing at all to do with you. But you made it your issue, kind of came out the blue, coming at Drew about it. And I like the fact that Drew was like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't know where this came from. I am fully confused. And for the first one of the first times, I felt Drew completely like, you fucking with me. And I don't know why. And it's on bullshit. Because it was dumb. So then on Speak on It, when Kandi asked her like what happened or whatever, because I thought they were friends, Sanya then said, well, we're not friends. Okay, we're friendly. You know, saying we're not friends. I only had known her a little bit of time. We'd only hung out a couple times before we started filming. And it aggravates me when people have no issue coming on the show and being introduced as the friend of so-and-so. So you came on the show, introduced as the friend of Drew, and as she said on the show, Drew was the only person she like hung out with, more than any of the other ladies. So you called yourself Drew friend. We also know on these shows, they introduce people who are not really friends just to make it seem as if that's their introduction. But again, you were the one who made it seem like you were the closest to Drew. Y'all were hanging out, and Kandi even posted about how when you had the little accident, you called Drew first. So again, you on bullshit. And I was like, Sanya, she turned you off the first episode because I had knew her from before. She didn't turn me off, but I was like, oh, what is she doing? What is she doing? I'm trying to fit in with the girls, and she should not do that. I think season 1, you should never try to fit in with someone too early because you end up looking foolish. Completely foolish. Okay, Sanya ran so hard she jumped on the bandwagon against you, and there was no reason to do that because again, the fact that she feel like Drew should have fired Anthony for saying messy things about Sheree, as if Sheree was still having active current communication with Anthony with messages about Drew, is a double standard to me. The fact that Drew still had him working for her does not make her disloyal because again, Drew and Sheree not even really friends. This their first season hanging out together. So I'm like, that's on bullshit, okay? Saying don't do this. I liked her. I used to like her show. Right. Okay. How can she call Drew to help her and couldn't talk to Drew then? She's on good old bullshit. She is on bullshit today. Okay, it is easy to pick on Drew because Drew does make herself an easy target, but at the same time, sometimes I feel like she don't be doing nothing wrong, and people will still come at her because of other things she's done that make her look a bit. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit delusional. This is just a bit delusional. Okay, do your best bet is running with Kandi or Kenya. I would say Kandi and Kenya. Not even or. Kandi and. Sheree, we know gonna be messy. Marlo, we know gonna be messy. And now Sanya to me is a flip flopper because you were cool hanging out with her, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and being introduced as her friend. But because of something that happened between her and Sheree, and then she's like, and the fact that you had, you put your hand in her face, so what? Everyone has a part to them that we may not like, but it isn't our job to make it seem as if because you didn't fire someone, I can't rock with you. I think it's dumb. I think it's completely stupid, and I think Sanya's making herself look petty. And it's dumb to do this so early because again, you don't know who even gonna like you later on. Okay, Drew was the first one on the scene when she had to act right. Right. Okay. Science playing the game of alliance. To me, that's a weak person policy, in my opinion. I don't have a problem with her having a problem with Drew's way, but to create an issue with her wasn't right. Right. And that's something. It's fine if you feel like what Drew did or whatever, you don't like that she did it. But to make it an issue, and then not only that, to make it a group conversation issue where Drew had no idea you felt that way, to me sound like, let me show the other girls I can also go at Drew. And even in the scene, she kept speaking from a point of, as friends, I feel like da, 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 da. And then on Kandi speak on it, she made it seem as if they're not friends. Again, flip flopping. Now on social media, Drew responded to that on Twitter, of course. When she seen the speak on it episode, Drew posted on her Twitter page, "Oh, so we were never friends. Clearly just friendly, no taken." She then put up this flip flopping bitch, Sanya Richards Ross, keep kissing that ass as fake as they come. So we were never friends, clearly just friendly, notes taken. And I agree because Sanya saying we're just friendly to me isn't right. What she would have been better off saying was, well, we're new friends. We started hanging out, but she was trying to make it seem as if I'm not really her friend, so I can, shade her or do whatever if I want to because she not really my friend. But that wasn't how she felt initially, okay? And Sanya did respond to her and just said how, actors gonna act. How long we been friends, Drew? What's my middle name? What's my favorite color? Girl, stop. And based on this tweet, looks like you the one kissing ass. And I'm like, first of all, to say how long have we been friends, it's like, what does that matter? What's your name? What does that matter? She not saying y'all best of friends, but to make it seem as if y'all don't have a friendship at all is crazy. I'm like, everyone may not know these things about you, but again, to me, I think Sanya is trying to play into the role of I can kind of be a villain, I can kind of go at Drew, and that's an easy read because then the fans, I think she may also feel like the fans don't like Drew. And if I got the truth, it can be an easy win for me. Now, Kandi, of course, commented on Twitter and brought up how it does seem like Sanya Richard Ross came out the blue with her issues with Drew. I asked her why I would speak on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when we see her saying her and Drew was not really friends. But I'm like, either way it go is bullshit. To me, it's complete bullshit. And Drew need to, I don't know, Drew need to stop lying sometime. Or Drew gets confused sometimes. Because even this episode with Drew bringing up how she used to date somebody who was a king of the NBA, and when she was on Watch What Happens Live, when Drew was, and Andy asked her about that comment, like, was she trying to see what it was LeBron? Drew said it was all in fun. I think she knows her way of saying, like, I was lying. I was just, I think we all were like making up stuff or whatever, because she knew for a fact she could not say, oh, well, yes, I was messing with LeBron. But when they got to the whole thing of her, the app she had that on the show wasn't working, I put it up and it was working. She also put it up and it was working too. But again, it'd be funny like shit that we don't really get. And then Drew also bringing up, well, not Drew, when she had the drop with Drew stuff and they keep bringing up her surgery. What I like that Drew said was, I'm a woman who has body issues. I have medical issues. I have 3 kids. I have all these things happen. And I did also have some work done, but I'm also working out. I think people don't get, even after you have surgery, you still have to work out. They say that like surgery doesn't fix it all. Okay, you have to still do things. So I'm like, it's weird how they kind of be fucking with Drew, but Drew be putting herself in those situations, and that's the bad part. I think Drew be trying to be friendly or funny or play along with the girls, and then she always take it one step too far. just one step too far, and it kind of puts her down a rabbit hole. She's on a reality show. She has to get the mess out that people will say she's boring. She's not boring at all. You know, this funny thing Sanya got gonna get played. She is. She doesn't know who Sheree is. She doesn't. And how Marlo gonna get. That's very correct. Okay. And that's if she comes back next. I don't even know. I don't know who they will bring in next season, because truth be told, we know the only reason, truthfully, the only reason that Drew and probably Marlo got a peak was because they didn't have anyone else to bring on the show. Even with Sheree, I think Sheree and Marlo and Drew were kind of, well, not Drew, but for real, I do think for Sheree and for Marlo, um, they were brought back or brought on because there were no other choices, So that's on them. Um, they bring up stuff in front of everyone all the time. Cynthia and Kandi did that to Kenya for the Canadian trip to discuss her ruining the engagement. Well, no, I think when they brought that up to her as a one-on-one situation, it was already like at least brought up or discussed separately. I think Sanya didn't have any conversation with Drew to allude to her having any issue with Drew. That's why Drew seemed so shocked at, okay, you coming at me now in front of everyone where I did not even know was an issue, and your issue isn't even something that I've done to you. Your issue is something that I did that I did to somebody else. I think that's a little bit of a difference there, but nonetheless. Um, People thought that honest their friendship worked the wrong way too easy. I agree with that because they're friends, there are associates, there are acquaintances, and there are also people I know from over there. Um, at the same time, I feel like on these shows, you can't make it seem as if y'all cool, and then some shit happened, and then all of a sudden, oh, it was never really cool. That's my issue. Like, had she said on the show, oh, I just met Drew, we're getting to know each other, that's different than her making it seem like her and Drew were so cool, they've been hanging out or whatever. Even Sanya made it seem like her and Drew were cool and hanging out, and it was fine. It was until later on that she made it seem like speak on it that wasn't really the case. Okay, but either way go, I think it's bullshit. Marlo and Sheree only got a piece because they were Portia and Cynthia's replacements. Yes, fully, fully, fully agree. When Portia and Cynthia decided to come back, and they could not book anybody else at that point in time. Marlo for sure was a petty piece getter. Okay, they had nobody else, and then for Sheree, there really wasn't a reason to bring her back other than we have nothing else going on, and Sheree's out here promoting the thing about her and Tyrone, and she knew that would be easy in on Bravo. Again, they had nothing else. The fact that they kept negotiating her contract solely because there wasn't anybody else. Everyone else's contract had been booked. So I mean, it is what it is. But let's move on to the end of this whole thing, which is Kandi and Marlo. Wrong thing, y'all. I did not mean to put that up yet. I thought I had the other graphic. I thought I had a Kandi and the lady graphic, but maybe I don't. I'll put this up. So I feel like people don't understand that Marlo and Kandi have known each other for a while. And with them knowing each other for a while, I think they kind of both may know where the bodies are buried a little bit. And Marlo has really been spending herself this season since she got a baby, since she got a peach. And Marlo, in my opinion, has been doing the absolute most. Okay, but first, I need y'all to like the video. Because liking is the thing to do, okay? So, Marlo and Kandi. Marlo and Kandi have known each other a long time, even before the show started. And Marlo this season, for one, in my opinion, has been doing the most. Okay, the absolute most, and I'm not sure why at all. So on this episode, Kandi had other ladies in New York who were going to see her play. Kandi, who y'all know also has a six-ring line, had the ladies wear her vibrating panties. Okay, and the game was supposed to be about them putting them on and giving someone else the remote to set it off. I do not think Kandi meant for Todd to be controlling Marlo's panties. I don't think Kandi wanted, you know, Ralph controlling Science. I don't think that's what it was. I think her point was one of the other ladies would have the remote to it or whatever. I don't think it was the men who would be controlling the other women's underwear. And that's to my understanding. And Marlo had an issue with that on the show. You know, she kind of brought up to Ken how, you were the one out here having people put on panties or whatever, and you should be fucking your husband. Marlo, hush. Marlo, hush. Now, I would say Kandi did bring up on Twitter how she told them not to use it while they were in the play. The game was supposed to be anytime someone said something shady or started arguing, you hit the remote for the vibration to start. It was supposed to be a funny way to stop folks from arguing. Again, that's why I feel like she was meaning for the other women to have control of the remote to stop folks from fussing. They always be fussing. Something like Kandi to me is never one to try to make something be like nasty. And the fact that Marlo Coochillin ass made it seem as if Kandi had any weird, way that she was trying to address all of this stuff going on, to me was bullshit. It was complete bullshit. And she made it seem like Kandi was like doing something foul, like, why, who were, I'm like, it's not that big of a deal, okay? Let me see. Kandi, she's trying to keep that peach from becoming a problem and not being devoted against it from the show. I feel like Marlo will not get a peach next season. She's doing all it, if for no other reason, because Bravo don't want to piss Kandi off. Truthfully. And Kandi's game to me would have been fun, because if y'all fussing and I had the remote control, okay, I'm gonna buzz Marlo. Marlo, shut up. It had nothing to do with the men. I feel like Marlo made it seem nasty. And the fact that it was Marlo, Kenya, and Sheree who kind of was like, what? Y'all hoes are single. And you have fun little weird games with your friends. So I'm like, the fact that Drew, Kandi, and Sanya all were those. Marlo said she wore her up, but she wore it, but she left the remote control upstairs. I think it was a lie. It's just bullshit to me, okay? Marlo doing the most. Now, Marlo went around here on, not Andy, on Carlos King's podcast, okay? Let's listen to I'm going to play the audio full out so y'all can hear it full out, and then I'll come back and replay it and then have a conversation. So again, it's about 4 minutes long, so listen. She's speaking about Kandi, she's speaking about Kenya, and also speaking about Nene. Okay, so listen up, and again, I'm gonna let it play all the way through. Because why you be talking? Whatever. So it'll play all the way through. Now I will replay it to give my opinion on what she's saying.
With Nene, it's kind of like your dad or your mom. It's like I'm just used to her. And don't get me wrong when I say that. I'm used to Nene. It's like that's who I started off with. It's a lot of good and it's some bad there. The good is what I always say, and I'll say this no matter what. She fought for me all the time. She made sure money was in my pocket. She made sure I was on trips that I wouldn't have been invited to. And I don't care if she was using me or not. Like I tell anyone, I'll always respect her for that. But do I agree with the things she say? No. But guess what? That's her. It's like dating a man who gonna throw shade at you and dish you, but he know how to just kiss on you and fuck you real good, and then you be like, damn, I take him back. And It's like it may be bad. It's like I'm in that kind of relationship with her.
A lot of fans have wondered if Nene is jealous of you because you do have a peach and she doesn't.
No, I don't think she's jealous. I think it was a surprise like it was to me. Shit, I was shocked. I don't think she's jealous, though.
Has she ever said congratulations to you?
She has not yet, but I can't wait. She has not. I don't even think she's been thinking about it, but she definitely hasn't given me a text. Congratulations. Besides, Kenya needs a storyline, because think about it. She only going to talk about her in Brooklyn the whole time and Mark. Kenya has no storyline. And really, you don't even see Kenya around. What is she really doing? Where did her money come from, Carlos? Let's be real. The stuff Kenya comes at me, I'm like, girl, I started with you. You came over here broke, baby. You was renting a house in Marietta. You was over there painting the walls. You was striking. I came on this season around this group of girls, giving this girl my all. And what they need to realize, bitch, I'm a boss and I'm my own person. And I can be friends with whoever I want to be friends to. If you're my friend, Carlos, I'm going to curse your ass out, tell you how I feel, and bitch, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
And you have.
And what I realized with our group of friends, say for instance, Kandi. Oh, I fought for you to be on this show. I advocated for you. Why are you coming for me? Because, bitch, at the time, if you say something wrong, I'm going to call your ass out. I see you as my sister. I don't see you as, oh, that's Kandi from Escape. I can't tell her how I feel. I'm not that girl, Kandi. You should know that. Kenya, I'm not whoever you want me to be. Kenya, you dated Mark, who told your ass off left and right, who would gather you. How do you want a friend who can't just... Carlos, you know I would tell you off. You would tell me off. It's like, how do you have best friends and good friends who can't keep it real with you? They don't want you to be real. Their family and their men make them feel like, oh, baby, she's jealous of you. No, bitch. Where's the lie? Where is the lie? Whatever I'm saying, point out the lie and then call me a liar. I don't shade all like everybody else, but bitch, I say that.
Y'all feel very uncomfortable being around other men who can control your vajayjay and your stimulation and your orgasm.
Yes.
And you said to Kandi, listen, I know you're into sex, that's your thing, but there's a time and a place for it. And what I felt in that scene between you and Kenya and Kandi was, it was just inappropriate to have other husbands control y'all stimulation in your vajayjay.
Never agree with Kenya. That shit was so inappropriate. And bitch, I ain't got the best etiquette, but I don't want your man buzzing my damn vagina. Like, are you serious? I barely want anybody buzzing. Take me shopping, shit. I don't want nobody buzzing. Like, that's disgusting.
What I felt in that scene between you and Kenya and Kandi was, it was just inappropriate to have other husbands control y'all stimulation in your vajayjay.
Never agree with Kenya. That shit was so inappropriate. And bitch, I ain't got the best etiquette, but I don't want your man buzzing my damn vagina. Like, are you serious? I barely want anybody buzzing. Take me shopping, shit. I don't want nobody buzzing. Like, that's disgusting. That's tacky. And if Kandi would just focus on, now say if we went there and she was like, hey, I'm going to teach you guys all how to contribute to a play and become a producer, how to get a restaurant, do some shit for the Black culture. We got enough babies and diseases out here. We don't need no shit else about sex, Kandi. You fucked out in Atlanta, okay? And I done had plenty too, like you say. But girl, get a seminar on teaching us how to get all this money like you so we can be the first. How you want to be the first? All these other Black women that support you and look up to you want to be a first as well. So if she would do shit like that, it's like, girl, this is just silly what you talking about. Your man is complaining he needs sex, and you trying to get him to vibrate us? Bitch, you sound stupid. You sound crazy. You just a fool. And if ain't nobody in your clique told you sound stupid, you just sound stupid, okay?
So, okay. I have so much to say. Okay? Now, y'all know I have to replay it with my commentary. Okay? Now, let y'all all hear the first time. Now, we have to listen to it a second time. Okay? Now, I'm seeing all kind of comments. I meant to be putting them up, but I was reading text. It's dumb. Okay? But let's get to my opinion.
With Nene, it's kind of like your dad or your mom. It's like I'm just used to her. And don't get me wrong when I say that. I'm used to Nene. It's like that's who I started off with. It's a lot of good and it's some bad there. The good is what I always say, and I'll say this no matter what. She fought for me all the time. She made sure money was in my pocket. She made sure I was on trips that I wouldn't have been invited to. And I don't care if she was using me or not. Like I tell anyone, I will always respect her for that. But do I agree with the things she say? No. But guess what? That's her. She's gonna. It's like dating a man who gonna throw shade at you and dish you, but he know how to just kiss on you and fuck you real good, and then you be like, damn, I take him back. And it's like it may be bad. It's like I'm in that kind of relationship with her.
So it's crazy to compare Nene to an abusive relationship. It's like, what sense does that make? I don't get it. And even for her to bring up how Nene has helped over the years, I also feel like Nene did that for her own betterment. Nene always needed a little sidekick puppy. And for the longest, Marlo was her puppy, except that one season when Nene shaded her and Marlo was then hanging out with Kenya to spite Nene. So it was weird that she said she always would have this love and respect for Nene. But I'm like, girl, Nene did not help you. Not really. Because she was not able to get you on the show. Not really. Okay, now one part of the interview she brought up how in season 4, I think her first season, she was offered a peach and she said no. I don't know why. Maybe because she was on a cool back then and she did not want to be on camera. I don't know. But it's weird how she's making it seem as if Nene was her saving grace. Okay, it's like, how are you not caring that she was using you as her little scapegoat puppy lap dog, and now you want to hate on other folks who really never used you? They just probably did not like you. Okay.
A lot of fans have wondered if Nene is jealous of you because you do have a peach and she doesn't.
No.
Now I don't know. This Carlos is messy as fuck. Okay, Carlos is very messy because I don't think anyone feel like Nene is jealous of Marlo. Nene had a peach her whole time on the show, so why would Nene be jealous that Marlo has a peach? She might not be happy with anyone on being on the show in general. I don't think on any guys bring Earth around here that anyone feel like Nene is jealous of Marlo. Carlos at one point in here, now you have to go watch his podcast for the whole thing. It was over an hour. But at one point, Carlos said to her that, you are the new face of the franchise. It should be called Marlo's House. I'm like, Marlo's Housewives. Marlo ain't never been a housewife. Marlo ain't even been on the show with a man, okay? Even people who have not been married but been on the show has at least been in a relationship with somebody. We have never seen Marlo with anybody except that one white man who came to the date, and I think he paid her for cooch that night. Okay, so Marlo, when I tell you she is open, honey, I do not see it for Marlo at all, based on what she said here. And then Carlos, who is asking questions to stir up more mess. And I think some folks, I seen people comment and say, "Oh, this is amazing." It wasn't amazing. It was a crock of bullshit. Okay.
I don't think she's jealous. I think it was a surprise like it was to me. Shit, I was shocked. I don't think she's jealous, though.
Has she ever said congratulations to you?
She has not yet, but I can't wait. She has not. I don't even think she's been thinking about it, but she definitely hasn't given me a text. Congratulations.
So what's weird is the person you feel like is always cares for you, whatever, and all these things, hasn't even told you, "Oh, congrats for being on the show. Congrats for this and for that." He's trying to dismantle. Oh, wait. He's trying to dismantle. I agree. I think Carlos was a producer. I think he left after season 9. Because truth be told, they say that Carlos was the one who put that bug in Phaedra ear and bought that rumor about Kandi. And seeing how he's sitting back and like just laughing and cackling at the rude and messy and the disrespectful shit that Marlo said about Kandi, it makes it seem like Carlos has an issue with Kandi. And that's fucked up. Truly, okay? This is bullshit.
Kenya needs a storyline because think about it. She only gonna talk about her in Brooklyn the whole time and Mark.
Bitch, that's called a storyline. She's speaking about her daughter and her husband. Marlo, let me know what your storyline is. And you raised them kids, them nephews of yours, can't be much more of, it could not be more of a storyline than Kenya and her husband or ex-husband and their daughter. Marlo around here on bullshit because you said that Kenya has no storyline when her storyline continues to be her messy ass divorce and the baby. And it was complete bullshit the whole time. And you just got a peach, and we still don't know what you do. We still, even you showing you and the nephew is boring. No tea, no shade, but it's boring. So you actually do not have a storyline. That's true tea. Well, you and also Sheree.
Kenya has no storyline. And really, you don't even see Kenya around. What is she really doing? Where did her money come from, Carlos? Let's be real. The stuff Kenya comes at me, I'm like, girl,
Marlo, Marlo, Marlo. Okay, I feel like no one can question. We've seen Kenya working over the years. We've seen her on different TV shows, different movies, or whatever. Kenya has always kept some kind of check coming in one way or the other. Marlo, we still don't have no idea what you've done besides be arrested. Okay? Be arrested. Okay? Be arrested. Okay? Your only claim to fame is your mugshots. Okay? Your mugshots. So to make it seem as if you have no idea where Kenya's money came from, you can't even explain where your money came from at all. There's no trace, there's no trial, there's no proof of any income you've ever had. None. None. We've seen Kenya over the years being I personally call Kenya, the guest star queen because she's always guest starring on this or on that or on that, and we've seen her all the time. Okay, and she was she Miss America, Miss USA girl? I can't remember which one, but she's a beauty queen. And so that also brought in things. So like Kenya's money came earnest. You earned your money by fucking white men selling cooch. Okay, you have some money because a billionaire gave you money for fucking him. So you can't ever ask someone where their money came from because you can't put that no tax return, no W-2, no W-4, or nothing about where you get your money. You can't explain that. I keep telling y'all it's because the shit is illegal. Marlo out here scamming folks and can't say where the money came from. It's like, girl, get out my fucking face. And y'all know I'm not a Kenya fan, but also I don't dislike Kenya. It comes and goes. But I'm like, what we can't do is make it seem as if Kenya is not Kenya the fucking more. Period. And Marlo, you are an ex-con. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Ex-con go to jail, they get out, they get better. We not negating that. But what have you done besides fuck for a buck since you got out of jail? Since all the mugshots, what have you done besides fuck for a buck? I don't know about nothing else, but I have never heard not a rumor of Kenya out here fucking for a buck. Ever. Now we know she may have had faked some relationships. Because I still feel like Walter was a fake shit, but we know she's earned her money working. And I hate when anybody tries to negate someone's hard work. That is Kenya the fucking more. Period. Okay? Marlo, girl, just saying.
I started with you. You came over here broke, baby. You was renting a house in Marietta. You was over there painting the walls. You was struggling. I came on this season around this group of girls, giving this girl my all.
Why is she act? I don't get why people act like someone who is renting is broke. People who have not found their dream home is probably renting till they find what they want. When she moved to Atlanta, why would she not rent somewhere until she finds somewhere to live? That shows you how dumb Marlo is. You was out here broke, renting and painting. Why would you not paint the walls if you don't like them? What's wrong with you? What's it? And I hate that people try to shade renters. Renting something and paying a mortgage, you're still paying for where you live. What's the difference? Okay? What's the difference? What's the difference? You pay for your condo with your pussy, Marlo. You do know that, right? Pussy payments. Okay?
And what they need to realize, bitch, I'm a boss and I'm my own person and I can.
You your own pussy seller. You there's no pimp who pimps you out. You round here saving the money of the men who paid you for their time and affection. You out here renting clothes that you used to wear. Okay? You know, real rich folks who have clothes they don't longer wear puts it in storage and then still buys new clothes. They don't have to use those clothes to make money because their cooch is worn out. And had you not came for Kandi and also Kenya, I would have left you alone. But you come for folks who has done more than you. And that's not to knock her from being a poor black girl from wherever she was from, to her being a prisoner 18 times over, to her getting on the show for one season as a peach holder, and now she's out here just creating a muck of shits all up and through. And the fact that Carlos, who loves to be messy, just let her just rant, because Carlos knew if I let her just rant and rant and rant, it's gonna be more attention for my podcast. Because no one really listens to this podcast. Let's be true. Until we hear that someone, was so and so said something. Okay, now let me go listen. No one's sitting around and waiting for Carlos' next thing to drop as far as the podcast. But Carlos to me is showing how he's messy. And he likes the mess. And I like the mess too sometimes. But I'm like, you can't sit up here and act like Marlo saying, oh, Kenya have no storyline except her husband and her child. She was broke, renting. I'm a boss. How? Are you a boss? How? Let me know. What's going on with you, boss lady? And you said if you are such a boss, you would not care what anyone around here would say about you because you're a boss. But you be bothered. Maybe you're a new boss. You're a baby boss.
Be friends with whoever I want to be friends to. If you're my friend, Carlos, I'm going to curse your ass out, tell you how I feel, and bitch, I'll talk to you
and
tomorrow.
You have.
And what I realized with our group of friends, say for instance, Kandi. Oh, I fought for you to be on this show. I advocated for you. Why are you coming for me? Because, bitch, at the time, if you say something wrong, I'm going to call your ass out.
And this is how Marlo don't even get about being loyal. No one is saying that if we cool, you can't call me out. What I'm going to say is don't make it seem as if I'm out here on bullshit because you don't like something. You can't talk to me about my marriage when you have never had one. Or we've never even seen you with someone. You can't come to me about my business because in the scenes you said, oh, you too much about sex. You're not fucking your husband. Bitch, who you talking to? And I do think Kandi had the right to say, I've helped put money in your pocket. I've helped you try to get on the show. So why are you, for no reason, coming at me solely because you want screen time? Because guess what she don't have? A storyline. It's easy to say, your storyline is fussing with folks if you cause them fights left and right. That's what's crazy. And again, there's a way to, like this for me and my friends, I'm not going to address you in front of other people. I'm not about to make however I feel about you a public issue. I will fuss you out when it's just me and you. And they can air it and see it, but I'm not gonna fuss you out in front of folks who will then join in on that and then we all on you. I would not do that. But again, Marlo not a real bitch. She isn't, because she's had to always sell cooch for a living and has not been able to be friendly with other females because they have cooch too. And she always wants to be the only cooch in the room who someone wants. Because she may feel like no one wanted her. Okay? But let's keep listening.
I see you as my sister. I don't see you as, oh, that's Kandi from Escape.
But that's who she is. At the end of the day, even if you see her as your sister Kandi, your good Judy Kandi, she is still Kandi fucking Birds from Escape. That's still who she is, and she's helped a lot of people. So don't come for me just so that you can look like you doing some shit that is better for you. Oh, heifer.
I can't tell her how I feel. I'm not that girl, Kandi. You should know that. Kenya, I'm not whoever you want me to be. Kenya, you dated Mark, who told your ass off left and right, who would gather you. How do you want a friend who can't just, Carlos, you know I would tell you off. You would tell me off. Like, how do you have best friends and good friends who can't keep it real with you? They don't want you to be real. Their family and their men make them feel like, oh, baby, she's jealous of you. No, bitch. Where's the lie? Where is the lie?
In your mouth. In your mouth, in your throat, on your lips, in your eyeballs, in your weave, or whatever. Your opinion isn't fact. It's just your opinion, in my opinion. Okay, I don't need Carlos to interview Marlo. I need Carlos to tell me who Martell is. Why Marlo beef with Kenya? She wants to beef with everyone for a storyline. She's a friend you help get the job and talk shit about you before her probation period is over, and gonna get punched in the throat. Okay, punched in the throat and all of that. Okay, and I just, girls,
whatever I'm saying, point out the lie and then call me a liar. I don't shade all like everybody else, but bitch, I say facts.
Y'all feel very uncomfortable being around other men who can control your vajayjay and your stimulation and your orgasm.
Yes.
And you said,
and to me, that's Carlos placing his interpretation of what was happening when he wasn't even there. For him to say, "Oh yeah, you must have felt, weird about having." I don't think Kandi ever said, "I want y'all to let the men control y'all's cooches." That ain't what was said. The men had the things for their wives initially. They would then exchange them with the women to control the shit if they start fussing. But Carlos, in my opinion, was messy as fuck here, and then Marlo just joined in.
To Kandi, listen, I know you're into sex, that's your thing, but there's a time and a place for it. And what I felt in that scene between you and Kenya and Kandi was, it was just inappropriate to have other husbands control y'all stimulation in your vajayjay.
Never agree.
And again, Kandi never said that. Period.
Agree with Kenya. That shit was so inappropriate. And bitch, I ain't got the best etiquette, but I don't want your man buzzing my damn vagina. Like, are you serious? I barely want anybody buzzing. Take me shopping, shit. I don't want nobody buzzing. Like, that's disgusting.
What I felt in that scene between you and Kenya and Kandi was, it was just inappropriate to have other husbands control y'all stimulation in your vajayjay.
Never agree with Kenya. That shit was so inappropriate. And bitch, I ain't got the best etiquette, but I don't want your man buzzing my damn vagina. Like, are you serious? I barely want anybody buzzing. Take me shopping, shit. I don't want nobody buzzing. Like, that's disgusting. That's tacky. And if Kandi would just focus on, now say if we went there and she was like, hey, I'm gonna teach you guys all how to contribute to a play and become a producer, how to get a restaurant, do some shit for the Black culture.
Let's touch on that first. For her to say that she wants Kandi to stop, Kandi don't teach sex. Kandi sells sex toys, which is a multi-million-dollar industry like selling cooch, Marlo. You know that, okay? And when someone said that Carla's going to end up getting checked by her husband, it's going to be Todd. It's going to be Todd, okay? But for her to make it seem as if Kandi out here not helping anyone and all she do is speak on sex, bitch, y'all are in New York for a play about about black men. Why are you making it seem as if she don't do every season? Kandi is doing something to bring awareness to something, even showing you how to open up businesses. From her sex toy line, from her restaurants, from her multiple restaurants in multiple locations. If you have not learned from Kandi as of yet, that's on you. She has had multiple businesses, also multiple spinoffs. If you have not learned from Kandi, that's your fault. No one has to tell you that 2 + 2 is 4. You should see what it is. So Marlo, you full of shit, okay? And again, she's making it seem like all Kandi is not only about sex. She isn't. But when you are around other dope people and couples, this is sometimes what folks do. It ain't even a big deal. And I feel like Marlo, you on bullshit, and Carlos is helping the bullshit be pushed along.
We got enough babies and diseases out here. We don't need no shit else about sex, Kandi.
So now you're going to blame babies and diseases on Kandi. Because first of all, having fun with sex toys does not bring forth babies. Now you share sex toy with somebody who's dirty, it can get disease. But nothing Kandi is doing is promoting babies and diseases. That's just stupidity. That's slander, in my opinion. Yes, they are consistently trying to slut shame Kandi because she has a business. Her business is sex. You know how many other people, white, black, or indifferent, has sex lines? There are porn websites, all that shit. All that shit. I have that. We're not there yet. You guys just give me a second, okay? Um, but Marlo was aggravating me because she's making it seem like Kandi is out here just being nasty, just being dirty. And that ain't what it is. I feel like Marlo is someone who's not comfortable in her own sexual nature. You can tell because anyone who can't take a joke like that, you not good because you used to getting banged out by old white men. So you don't really like sex. You don't really enjoy sex. Because if you want someone to take you shopping versus fucking you, then you have horrible sex. Look, don't take me shopping, bang me out, okay? Because I can shop myself. And so that's the dumb part, that she makes herself look more immature than anything else. Grown women and grown adults should be able to have sexual conversations if they need to. Okay, if you don't want someone else's husband to grow your coochie, fine. Kandi never said that at all. And to say Kandi needs to do more for the culture, Kandi is. I'm gonna play her what she said. Kandi, before she even had OLG, has always been in the community doing things, okay? Since she was in Escape back in the day. Yeah, she helps everyone way more. And get a YouTube check. Kandi speak on it, does numbers every week. Kandi's booked on other shows. Kandi employs black folks to do things for her. Her glam folks, all that black folk. Oh, heifer.
You fucked out in Atlanta, okay?
And that right there, for Marlo pussy selling to white men Hampton to say that Kandi is out in Atlanta, bitch. Bitch what? Bitch what? Marlo, nothing good is going to come to Marlo based on that comment. And anyone who's heard that comment and thought it was, oh my God, that is amazing. No, that was the most rudest, shadiest, messiest, just unnecessary comment. It was disgusting. It was you fuck out in Atlanta. Yes, I call you whole heifer. You know what I'm saying? It's aggravating. It's aggravating to me that someone of Marlo's caliber who was fucking for a buck for years, to where currently she can't even explain where her money came from, to come and try to slut shame Kandi is a crock of bullshit. And how hard Carlos was laughing and giggling in between it shows he ain't an ally. He liked the fact that she dissing Kandi. That's horrible. She fucked out in Atlanta. You've been fucked out all over the world. Because I'm sure, Marlo, your men of whiteness and white dicks go across the globe. Here, there, and everywhere. That's fine. However, you have nothing to show for it. Nothing. When no one knows what you do, how you do, or what's going on in your life, you ain't shit, in my opinion. You put on for the folks. All you care about is fashion, which is fine. I like fashion too. However, you have nothing on Kandi, and that's all tea, all shade. Truly, it is. Because women who come for other women for no reason other than I want a peach next season, let me beef with Kandi. If I beef with Kandi, that means at the reunion, we'll be beefing at the reunion. So that way I have to come back next season if we beef it. Because y'all don't think that Kandi is not going to cuss her ass out come reunion time. Y'all don't know Kandi. Marlo, and the thing about it is, Marlo said this knowing it'll piss Kandi off. You know, she said it how before the season premiered, Marlo and Kenny both brought up how Marlo was like, during the season, I said things about Kenny, and I told her about it, once the season, finished wrapping or whatever, and we good now. So Candy is seeing things that Marlo didn't say it as we're watching it. But Candy said how they kind of was cool about it, because she knows it's coming. However, the fact that Marlo is now saying other things that's more horrible in interviews means Marlo on bullshit. Complete bullshit.
And I done had plenty too, like you say. But girl, get a seminar on teaching us how to get all this money like you so we can be the first. How you want to be the first? All these other black women that support you and look up to you want to be a first as well. So if she would do shit like that, it's like, girl, this is just silly what you talking about. Your man is complaining he needs sex, and you trying to get him to vibrate us? Bitch, you sound stupid. You sound crazy. You just a fool. And if ain't nobody in your clique told you sound stupid, you just sound stupid, okay?
Marlo, you've lost people. Uh, as much as folks say, Candy's boring, people rock with Kandi. Kandi is currently the face of Housewives because right now she's the longest standing running housewife. And all the folks who I know who are like normal human beings was saying how that was horrible what was said. And my thing is, and I know I'm kind of slut shaming Marlo myself, but I'm comparing the apples to the apples. You can't say that Candy's fucked out when you are too. But you fucked out for money. Kandi was just dating people and having sex or whatever. Marlo is not comfortable with her body and she's not comfortable with sex because she only gets fucked for money. Kandi teaches folks what to do by being on the show, showing them herself doing it. No one should have to say, hey, write this proposal, do this, do that. It isn't her job to walk you through how to be a boss like her. If you watch Kandi, you'll kind of see that. Hold on. Hades, I'm on live. What's wrong?
Alright.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just called my mom and granny. They made one of them answer.
What you need?
Huh?
Okay. That's my nephew. Y'all know family comes first. Okay, my car DJ. Because I know she on here. So my car DJ. He trying to call you or Veronica. Anyway, so um Marlo just want Kandi to teach her a thing or two. But my thing is, it ain't her job to do that. You see what she do in general. Okay, this some whole bullshit. Yes, a brief intermission. A brief intermission. Y'all know whenever DJ call, like what I'm saying, handle it. What I'm saying, on live or whatever. Uh, that's why I love that I have the waiting room music. Okay, yes, full mom T mode. Okay, and that's how you help. As a, however, okay, after the interview was live or whatever, Kandi was on the red carpet. Jesse Smollett has a movie that's gonna be on BT Plus. So it was like the premiere of it, and Kandi was there, and the reporter mentioned to Kandi what Marlo said. Okay, this is the thing. The reporter was smart, but also dumb at the same time. Smart because she did not mention Marlo saying that Kandi was fucked out, but dumb because I really wish she would have told that because Kandi would have probably been more pissed off. But let's listen to what Kandi had to say in response once she was told what Marlo said. And this is the gotcha. At this point in time, Kandi had not seen what was said, just heard what was said.
Speaking of culture, we just got a clip sent to us maybe about 2 minutes before you got here. So one of your castmates, Marlo, seems to think that you should be doing more for the culture and even said that you need to stop talking about sex. So how do you feel hearing that tonight?
So funny. And that's why she be so fake to me. Was it day or last night she was sending us the invites, her thing. She want us to come support her in her business or whatever. And I was the first one on the group text, probably the only one, no, one of two of all the housewives who said, oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna come be there for you. She gets on my motherfucking nerves. I'm tired of her bullshit. She's fake as fuck. If y'all do not know, I have been doing way more for the community than all of them. I don't mind saying it. Okay? I don't always do everything I do on television, but if you want to go to television receipt, the food drives that I did in the past, who was the main one trying to show up to help? Her. And she want to act like she don't remember? Listen, I pay off college tuitions for people I don't even know.
Okay, Miss Kandi Birds is giving back to the culture.
What? I put all my businesses in black communities so that I can bring more jobs to our community. What's she doing? And to be clear, of all people that I've helped, she should know. Because when she wasn't on this show and couldn't get on this show for years, who helped her get another show on another network? But she wanted to kiss ass and be a friend of the show again on this show, so she let the opportunity drop. But it's facts. I got her showing a whole nother network when she needed help. And she want to get over here and show her motherfucking ass. She's getting on my nerves.
Y'all know when Kandi voice get to shaking, she pissed. Okay, because she be holding in her anger. And what I love is that they caught her raw emotion and how pissed she was. And I think she was more probably pissed and disappointed because, like she said, bitch, I helped you when you didn't have no help. When you couldn't get on this show, I tried to help you. But let's listen again with my commentary. Okay.
Speaking of culture, we just got a clip sent to us maybe about 2 minutes before you got here. So one of your castmates, Marlo, seems to think that you should be doing more for the culture and even said that you need to stop talking about sex. So how do you feel hearing?
At that moment, I felt like Kandi was like, I'm cussing this bitch. I think Kandi was trying to control saying, fuck that bitch. Because you can see she was already aggravated and just in general. She was pissed from the moment she heard Marlo talking shit about her.
That tonight.
So funny. And that's why she be so fake to me. Was it day or last night she was sending us the invites, her thing. She want us to come support her in her business or whatever. And I was the first one on the group text, probably the only one, no, one of two of all the housewives who said, oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna come be there for you.
Because Kandi always supports. Kandi, for even when she beefing with somebody or they're not on the best terms, Kandi has always shown support for other people's shit. And Kandi don't have to support Marlo business. Now I don't know what business it is, and if Marlo was at the boss, she would not need other folks to come help her, but it need that be. However, but Kandi's right. Marlo was getting on her motherfucking nerves, okay, up and flip flopping and being on bullshit.
She gets on my motherfucking nerves.
You heard how she said it? My motherfucking Kandi was over it. Completely over it. I think folks sometimes take Kandi's kindness for weakness and they forget when she pissed, she go off. Don't play with her, okay?
I'm tired of her bullshit. She's fake as fuck.
Fake as look, when Kandi at this moment, I felt like Kandi and Marlo will not be friends. And I think once Kandi hear the whole fucked out comment, that's going to be the nail in the coffin. Because it's one thing to say, I should stop talking about sex or I should do more. When she hear the whole clip, baby, I think Carlos will be done and Marlo will be done as far as it comes to Kandi. Now, y'all know Ty and Carlos are kind of sort of in business together because Ty was also associated with EP, the BT show Encore with Carlos. So, in my opinion, Carlos laughing and cackling about what Marlo was saying about Kandi, who was Ty's wife. Ty is going to be the one to get into Carlos's ass because you letting folks come on your show. You're the best. Oh, you're the queen or whatever. While letting them disrespect my wife and we do business together. Okay, do business together. And Kandi, I feel like she has every right to not fuck with Carlos no more and Marlo because y'all took it 2 steps too far. Look, we know shade is shade. We know that. But at some point in time, to say I'm fucked out and I don't do enough for the culture, bitch, what? And she's fake as fuck. And that she's fake as fuck. I'm like, Kandi, I feel like she's like, you know what? I can't keep holding on to this friendship and trying to allow Marlo to say, "Oh, I'm just playing." She's like, "No, bitch, I'm done."
If y'all do not know, I have been doing way more for the community than all of them.
And we know that is based on the fact that Kandi don't always make what she do public when she's doing it. You know what I'm saying? I think some folks come on the show and they show things off to make it seem like they're doing things. But if you follow Kandi on social media, she's always busy doing this and that or the other and helping people within this for people that she know or that she don't know.
I don't mind saying it, okay? I don't always do everything I do on television, but
Right.
if you want to go to television receipt, the food drives that I did in the past, who was the main one trying to show up to help?
Marlo.
Her. And she want to act like she don't remember?
Because when have we ever seen Marlo doing anything for anyone else? When have we ever seen Marlo hold an event for someone else? When have we seen Marlo help anyone else? When? When?
Listen, I pay off college tuitions for people I don't even know.
Okay, Miss Kandi Birds is giving back to the culture.
What? I put all my businesses in black communities so that I can bring more jobs to our community.
That's the best way to prove that I am helping the culture. I employ black people in black neighborhoods. I'm helping pay tuition to people I don't know because they need my help. Kandi motherfucking Burris Tucker. And that's why I say people like to hate on Kandi, but Kandi's a great person who do shit. Period. Okay?
What's she doing?
Nothing.
What?
And to be clear, of all people that I've helped, she should know. Because
Mm-hmm.
when she wasn't on this show and couldn't
Mm-hmm.
get on this show for years, who helped her get another show on another network?
Kandi.
But she wanted to kiss ass and be a friend of the show again on this show, so she let that opportunity drop.
So if y'all don't remember, a couple years ago, Kandi had a whole show greenlit. It was going to be Marlo, I believe, also fucking, and even a couple other people. Kandi had a whole show ready for them to be done. And I believe, do not quote me, but I believe Funky also brought up how it was Marlo who fucked up that for all of them. Because as Kandi said, she wanted to be a friend of the show around here, kissing Nene ass, okay, and let the other job go on a different network. Marlo spoke about that before, so did Funky, and Kandi did a little bit before. But Kandi bringing up how you can't make it seem as if I'm not helping people. Bitch, I tried to help you. Okay? Okay? Yes. And during the pandemic, Kandi was out here advertising small businesses. I think it was like every week she would advertise a small business. So that's why Kandi has every right to be pissed as fuck at Marlo.
But it's facts. I got her showing a whole nother network when she needed help. And she want to get over here and show her motherfucking ass. She's getting on my nerves.
Okay? Okay? So for all those folks who feel, and I'm not saying nobody in here because I ain't seen many comments, but yeah, I remember Pepper's Farms. Remember, shout out to Alex. You know, it's crazy. Hey, Scotty, and he was the only one who said that either. He wasn't. He wasn't because when they were trying to, like, I think, shoot the pilot, it was like rumblings going on about what was going on with the show, and they like it was Marlo who was on some bullshit. Yes, Kandi is activated, and for that reason alone, I cannot wait until the reunion or until either Kandi's next speak on it. Well, we do know that Marlo will not be on speak on it. Marlo out here burning bridges And I'm not saying that Kandi is the end all and be all of Housewives. I'm not saying that Kandi is the gatekeeper of Housewives either. But Kandi is a person who's well connected in the industry, be it through Bravo or the other show. You know, she's on the Shy on Showtime. Like Kandi has connected. She's now doing Broadway plays. Marlo around here trying to sell old clothes. It was on WeTV. It was on WeTV. I do leave Marlo's phony. Funky been dragging Marlo for years, and I know why. But and the sad thing is, Marlo could be a better human being if she wasn't so self-hating. Because only someone who was self-hating would sit around here and be acting dumb. Thank you for the cash app, Felicia Crooks. Um, Marlo was self-hating, and the only way she finds love within herself is to make someone else feel like they're less than her. Out of everyone on the show, the people who to me are not Kenya's the boss. Kenya's the boss. Sanya Bridges is the boss because she's an Olympian. Okay. Um, Sheree is a She by Sheree part-time, could be boss in some years. But to me, Marlo is not a boss because anyone who got their money by selling cooch, you are not a boss. You're not. Bravo needs Kandi. Marlo needs Bravo. Big difference. I kept saying the reason we know that Kandi is a fave of Bravo, it has nothing to do with the fact that they like her. Kandi is a businesswoman. She brings them shows and ideas and all that shit. And she's a safe bet, truth be told. Because Todd is the producer. Kandi is a talent. The fact that it's the new Escape show that's coming later on this year. Kandi don't need Bravo. Bravo needs Kandi all day. And the fact that people kept saying how Phaedra should have came back and Kandi should leave. If Bravo really thought Phaedra was more entertaining than Kandi would have been gone. They keep Kandi for a reason. They had to get a hold of the Dubai show and ask Phaedra to drive herself out there to Dubai to shoot a scene. Marlo, you are shooting yourself in the foot because Kandi is not going to want to film with you. And not because Kandi is not forgiving or because she's being petty. No, bitch, if I put money in your pocket and you keep playing me, talking about me, I don't want to deal with you. At all. At all. And I think people conflate the thing of Kandi holding grudges with people who have wronged her for no reason. And again, let me reiterate, the rumor that Phaedra said about Kandi in season 9 that had the whole fallout happen allegedly came from Carlos. Allegedly. There has always been the rumor about that conversation that supposedly it was Carlos who mentioned it to Phaedra and Phaedra then ran with it. So to see Carlos now interview with Marlo and then he seemingly just allowed, this is my thing. As an interviewer, you want to allow the person to, get they shade out or whatever. But come on now, let's not say she fucked out. Like to not even say, oh, don't do that. Like he sat back and laughed the whole time at everything she said, as if it was, no, I don't like that kind of shit. Okay, the same way I feel like on Carlos' show, the nightcap, how he'll sit and ask the cast questions to be messy, to cause more conflict, to make folks watch the show. But again, that's on Carlos. That's on him. However, Marlo forget, Carlos don't work at Bravo. Carlos can't help you get impeached. The fact that she was also saying within the interview how after she allegedly turned down a peach in season 4, and then after that she wanted one and could not get one, he couldn't get her one either. So he had no power to get your peach then. He won't have any power to save your peach now. So you burning bridges with somebody who is going to be out here not able to save you. Because Carlos can't save you. And I'm not saying Kandi can save Marlo, but if you beefed out with Kenya and you beefed out with Kandi, what reason will they have to have you on the show next season None. Zilch. Zilch. Zero. Okay? None. Okay? I'm over it. I'm completely over it. Okay? I hope y'all had a good time now. Because, well, y'all, like the video, I'm going to come back and look at some comments. I want to put my trash out. Hold on, y'all. I'm back. I've been forgetting what time the Valley Trash hit now. But let's read some comments before we end the live, okay? Let me scroll back up a little bit. Us Taurus is one she best over us if we are stubborn. Kandi is the culture, okay? Kandi been a part of the culture since the 90s. And Marlo was making it seem as if before she got on Housewives, she was that girl. And I was like, we didn't know you. Even if Atlanta knew you, no one else knew you. Everyone knows Kandi. Everyone. So you're in bullshit. Complete bullshit. And Kandi knows how to breach or outright. She, honey, the Masked Singer, the TV shows, the tours, everything. Okay, everything. And as an interviewer, his ass was supposed to stay neutral. And he was not. He was asking and insinuating things to make Marlo go even lower than she was going in the first place. Marlo only got a piece of time around because of Portia's and the dipped. Absolutely. I was watching Hollywood Divas and the reunion. Carlos was very messy. Carlos has always been messy, but usually it's a difference between letting people fuss and argue because of their own issues versus you bringing up shit to cause them to argue, or you ask messy questions that will cause arguments later. She couldn't get a preach because she said F gay. Yeah. And that is why a long time ago, it was a whole thing like, oh, what happened? Oh, what was said? I can't believe. Oh, someone had a thank you for super chat, Queen Ariane. I love that Kandi gave her true feelings, her true real feelings. I agree. Because I think had she seen herself and then someone asked her after she had done the process, she may not have been so aggravated and annoyed and, kind of cussed her out a little bit. So, that's what I think would happen. Carlos coming Thursday for Housewife drama, and I don't know why. The fact that season 9, Carlos hasn't worked at House of Atlanta says a lot about his alleged involvement. Now, Carlos has said that since then they have asked him to come back, but they would not want to use his production company. They wanted just to have him work under their production people. But that was like in earlier seasons. I don't know if he's been current things, but I don't think Bravo needs Carlos because let him be over there on. And that way it's just easier. Marlo was an idiot. Didn't she say she wanted to get into acting? Kandi would have been the perfect person to help her because Kandi is on shows. Okay, on shows here, there, and everywhere. Okay. No one eats the OG Blaze got shut down. Beverly Kandi. Y'all be lying. You said we be lying. Look at me. Kandi got to speak on it. We got a lot to talk about. Oh, she did a new one or the old one? Hold on, let me go look now. Because if she got the new one up now, that'll be the conversation we're gonna have on tomorrow. Let me see. Oh, the only one I see up on her channel is the Sanya. So yeah, she has not spoken on what happened with Marlo yet. Kandi had more pull than Marlo realizes, and that's the dumb part. I think Marlo think Kandi would just like, oh, she was just joke. I think she really thinks Kandi would not like won't care, and Kandi would look at it, oh, it's just her being messy. And it's like, no, Kandi was pissed. I hope her peach becomes a rotten apple. How dumb Marlo is, hate her or love her, Kandi is the bridge on Housewives of Atlanta. I agree. Andy co-signed that this is Kandi's turn to get the smoke. Did Andy co-sign? I don't know. Anyway, y'all, it's storming here, so I want to get off the live. Thank you, Keisha L, for the super chat. Marlo was unhealed and mean. She puts all her value and self-worth into material things. Tragic and whack. I fully agree. Okay. What's Scotty say? The dungeon was sold out. Honey, look. Sold out. And people wanted to come back. Okay. Truth be told. Okay. Don't act like Kandi ain't that girl. Kandi's that girl. Okay. Anyway, y'all, it is storming here, so I wanted to get off because I don't want to lose whatever. And then I can't say the live. So I hope you all had a great time today. And I'm gonna chit chat. I will come live tomorrow for something. I don't know what, but tomorrow's live will be about something. Okay. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, to be on my JayBirds. Okay. Do not forget to follow me on JayLeesCorner at IG and on Twitter. Y'all know to like the video. Okay. To share the video. Okay. To like, comment, share, subscribe. All that stuff. I may do a good morning chit chat in the morning. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave that there. Okay. Good time was had by all. I truly appreciate all of y'all in here. It was over 500 people. We always have a great time chatting about stuff going on around here. And at the end of the day, if you know nothing else, we should know that Marlo ain't shit. Okay. Ain't shit. Okay. But love you all. Gotta go. Peace.
World on my shoulders, so filled with stress.